Welcome students for Susie's note and pen. Are you tired? Are you feeling bored remembering everything and memorizing? Don't worry. In today's session, I am going to teach you with a method of creative learning and memorizing. Hope this session will be helpful for you, and if you like this method of teaching, kindly share and support, make use of it, and please subscribe for learning the next chapters in a creative way. Today we will deal with the lesson Biological Classification. So it is part 2 of the living world, and here some of the important terms are given. So the first term is Green Data Book. It is abbreviated as GDB. So it contains all the information about rare plants in botanical garden. So if you want to remember this point, means just imagine or think differently. So you are going to a shop and buying a notebook, and it is green in color, and you are collecting all the pictures of the rare plants and pasting in it and submitting it as an assignment. So just memorize like this. Okay. The next term is Blue Book. The Blue Book, it compiles all the details of the endangered species in the world. So again you want to remember this point, no? So just imagine your friend is buying a blue colored book, and his assignment is to collect all the endangered species. So he is collecting all the pictures of the endangered species and pasting in that note. So this way of creative learning is very helpful, and you can enjoy by creating or imagining different stories for each and everything. And the next one is traffic. So traffic means it is a trade record analysis of flora and fauna. Flora means plants and fauna means animals. So this is a non-governmental organization. It prevents the illegal trade of wildlife. So in order to remember this point, just imagine that all the flora and fauna are creating a traffic jam in the road. And these are some important abbreviation. So the next one is UNESCO. So you all know about that. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. And the next one is NBPGR. That is National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources. So this establishment of this bureau, it play a role in crop improvement and development of agricultural activities through germplasm introduction, and the headquarters is at New Delhi. And the next one is NBAGR. It is a National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources. So it is at Bangalore. Actually, twin institutes, namely National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources and Animal Genetics, merged together, and their role is to identify, evaluate, conserve the livestock. So that is the role of NBAGR. And next some examples are given. So name the fastest growing tree. So the Albizia falcate. So the Albizia family, there are many species, and all the plants are having the capability of fast growing. So Albizia family is the fastest growing plants. And the longest living plant is Lomatia tasmanica. So it can live about 43,000 years. So the longest living plant. So if you want to remember this point, means think that you are having the oldest tree, that is Lomatia, in your garden. And the next one is flame of the forest. So Butea monosperma is called as the flame of the forest because of the appearance of bright orange colored flowers. And next we will come to the divisions of kingdom. So Aristotle, he divided the plants into 3 types, namely trees, shrubs and herbs, and he divided the animals into red-blooded and without red-blooded. Linnaeus, he proposed the 2 kingdom concepts, namely Plantae and Animalia. So plants come under Plantae and animals come under Animalia. And there is a connecting link between plants and animals. So what is that connecting link? It is nothing but euglena. So it acts both as plant and animal because it is having both the characters of plants and animals. So they are having chloroplast for photosynthesis, and so they are considered as plant, and they are also having heterotrophic mode of nutrition, so they are considered as animal. So the connecting link between plants and animals is the euglena. And the next important kingdom concept is R.H. Whittaker's. So R.H. Whittaker, he proposed the 5 kingdom concept. So he divided the living organisms into 5 kingdoms, namely Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia. In order to remember in order, you can frame a rhyming word take the first letters of every word. So MP, FPA. So you can remember any rhyming word, MP, FPA. M for Monera, P for Protista, and F for fungi, and P for plantae, and A for animalia. Simply you can remember as MP, FPA. And the next important part is to study the members of each kingdom. So the first kingdom is Monera. In this Monera kingdom, the members are Eubacteria, Archaebacteria, Cyanobacteria and Mycoplasmas. So now it's the time to remember. So imagine that Monera is a girl and she is having 4 friends, namely Eubacteria and Archaebacteria, Cyanobacteria and Mycoplasma. So who are all the friends of Monera? Now you can easily remember. So they are, the first girl is Eubacteria, second one is Archaea, and third one is Cyano, and fourth one is Mycoplasmas. Like that you can remember the members of the Monera group. And the next kingdom is Protista. So this Protista, it contains 5 members. So very important members of Protista group are dinoflagellates, chrysophytes, euglenoids, slime molds and protozoan. How to remember this one? Just imagine Protista as a boy, and this Protista along with his 5 friends, dino, chryso, eugleno, protozoa and slime. So these 5 friends and Protista are going to a tour or going to a sea. So imagine like that and can easily remember all the 5 members. Who are the 5 members of going to tour along with Protista? Then you can easily remember as dino, chryso, eugleno, slime molds and protozoa. And the third kingdom is fungi. So fungi, it is having 2 types, molds and mushrooms. So they belong to fungi kingdom. And the next kingdom is plantae. So in plantae we are having algae, moss, ferns, conifers and flowering plants. So they come under the plantae kingdom. And the next one is animalia. It is having 2 members. One is non-chordates and the other one is chordates. So the next important thing is Carl Woese, he proposed the 3 domains of life. So what are the 3 domains of life? So the 3 domains are archaea, bacteria and eukarya. This archaea and bacteria, they together called as prokaryotes, and the next one is eukaryotes. And now let us see the kingdom one by one. The first kingdom, Monera. The famous examples of Monera are blue-green algae and bacteria. And the nutrition of the Monera group is of 2 types, namely autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic means they can prepare their own food, and heterotrophic means they depend on others for nutrition. In autotrophic we are having 2 types, namely photosynthetic and chemosynthetic, and in heterotrophic we are having parasites and saprophytes. And the reproduction of Monera members are asexual type of reproduction, that is binary fission. And these are the some important economic importance of the Monera members. So all the members of the Monera, they can undergo fermentation and they are used in the antibiotics production, and they also play an important role in nitrogen fixation. and these three members play important role in nitrogen fixation: nostoc, anabaena and oscillatoria. And the next one is mycoplasmas. So these are considered as the smallest living cells and they lack cell wall and they are known as PPLO. What is mean by PPLO? Pleuropneumonia-like organism. And the next kingdom is Protista. So under Protista, the famous examples are chrysophytes and dinoflagellates. So here also they are having both autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And the chrysophytes, there are two important members, diatoms and desmids. So desmids are otherwise called as golden algae because of their appearance and color. And the diatoms are considered as the chief producers of ocean. The cell wall deposition of diatoms results in the formation of diatomaceous earth, which is having commercial importance. And the next example is dinoflagellates. So the famous example of dinoflagellate is Gonialax. So this Gonialax, it caused red tides. So already I told that dinoflagellate is going a tour along with Protista, no? So now consider that example. So this Gonialax, it went into the sea for a diving and a shark eaten that Gonialax. So because of that blood came, so the tides become red in color. So who dived into the sea? Gonialax. And what is the reason for the red tides? Because of Gonialax. So in order to remember, I am telling this and just don't forget the example. So due to the rapid multiplication of red dinoflagellates, red tides are formed and they also produce saxitoxins. And the next kingdom is fungi. So fungi is divided into three types, namely parasites. Parasite means they depend on living organisms, and saprophytes means they depend on dead organisms for the nutrition, and the new term coprophilous. So it is very important. The fungi which grows on animal dung is known as coprophilous. And the fungal body is called as mycelium and the branches are called as hyphae. And do you know the study of fungi? It is called as mycology. And the reproduction is by three types, namely vegetative, asexual and sexual type of reproduction. And two more terms, so plasmogamy. So plasmogamy means fusion of protoplast between two motile and non-motile gametes, and karyogamy means fusion of two nuclei. And in the next session, we will try to finish the rest of the portion in biological classification. And kindly don't miss it. Keep watching. Thank you.